he had a first wife, but I'm his last wife. If you take that attitude, then you stand to be successful.
I really didn't want to date a single dad.
Not only did I not have any children before I met my husband, I was the least likely to play with kids when they were around. So I don't think I had any idea of what I was really getting into.
We were both older, and I had been single for almost 20 years. I had raised a daughter completely on my own.
I immediately knew that he was a parent, and to be quite frank, I'd never dated a parent before, and because of all the things I'd heard about dating a parent and conflict and divorce and all that stuff, I knew that I would never, ever, ever, ever date someone with kids. And then, ate my words.
I personally thought, how hard could it be?
I was smitten. I don't know. Went on a second date, and everything progressed from there.
So you fall in love, and it's like all we wanted to do was make out. And we spent 6 months basically hiding from our children.
He was the absolute best man I'd ever met. And I'd encourage any woman out there, if the guy that you're with has children, and he's not the absolute best man you've ever met in your life, run.
I would have taken it more slowly.
I'm like, hey guys, I'm Naja, can I come to this party? And I definitely was not invited, and he was the only person that welcomed me. So I felt the tension instantly.
Our relationship and our romance was really solid by the time we brought our children into the picture. Then when we did bring them into the picture, they, even though they were lovely and kind and they loved us very much, they each one freaked out and ran from the room in tears.
We got a lot of time to really build our friendship and build our closeness, and that was the easiest part about it. One of the hardest things was when I actually started dating him and realized that, oh, actually, I don't have as much time with him as I would like, because on a regular day, he has to do various things with his children.
There's just so much going on in that blended environment that you just need to know. Can you handle not being the priority in the relationship and number one to that partner?
Right, because the kids should come first, right? Logically speaking, that sounds fantastic. Of course, always puts the kids first, but your heart doesn't really feel like that's a great decision, right? Your heart feels like, oh, like, I'm not significant and I don't matter, and why are the kids always coming first? And you can't help but feel a little bit of resentment.
Some days you're gonna be the leading lady, some days you're just gonna be a stagehand, and some days you're not going to be in the scene at all. So the quicker you realize that, the better off you'll be.
I wouldn't say I've ever felt resentful toward my stepdaughter, but I felt jealousy toward her. And I think it's kind of natural to have to share time even with somebody. When you're in a relationship with somebody who's single, you don't have to share that time.
There's so many hard parts about dating a divorced parent.
I had a lot of emotions. I was really insecure. I found myself comparing myself to his first wife, like constantly.
They didn't buy their first house with you. They didn't have their first child with you. You wonder, oh my God, what's that ride to the hospital gonna be like? Because they've been there, done that. But you need to understand they've not done it with you. This is unique to your relationship and your experience.
As much as it sucks, being second, and as hard as that is, I couldn't have the life I have if it weren't that way.
Very early on, we were trading our divorce stories, and he said to me, this is a quote, he said, Amy, I have an idea. Let's do everything differently. And we did.